On December 3, 2021, a contingent of firefighters from the departments of Lynbrook, Malverne, and Stewart Manor left from Lynbrook Fire Headquarters and traveled to Fort Belvoir, Virginia as part of Nassau County Firefighters Operation Wounded Warrior, a 5013c charity, to bring Christmas to our wounded warriors and their families. Fort Belvoir is home to the Soldier Recovery Unit, where U.S. Army soldiers recover and receive rehabilitation from their wounds. This is the 6th year that Nassau County volunteer firefighters have been going to Fort Belvoir. The firefighters have been traveling to military hospitals and rehab units down the East Coast each December since 2004, when Nassau County Firefighters Operation Wounded Warrior was founded. On that early morning December day, in a caravan of fire vehicles including a U-Haul truck filled with gifts, all blessed by Our Lady of Peace Deacon Kevin MacLeod the evening before, and after a 5-hour trip from Lynbrook, the firefighters and members of the department's Ladies Auxiliary arrived at Fort Belvoir Army Base in the Wells Field House. Lynbrook Chief John Donald, a former Marine, Assistant Chiefs Chris Kelly, and Danny Ambrosio, as well as Malverne Chief Ernie Boehringer, went on the trip to visit with the wounded. Upon their arrival, the firefighters unloaded all the presents and other gifts. Tables were set up to display and distribute gifts and donations to the wounded and their children. Amongst the many Christmas presents were all types clothing, toys for the children, toiletries, as well as 30 containers of donated food. Many of the toys were donated by Rockville Center firefighters. Firefighters also hosted a catered lunch for everyone. Firefighters also brought 2 multi-purpose exercise bicycles, to help aid in soldier rehabilitation and recovery. The firefighters met with Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Keener, the battalion commander of the Soldier Recovery Unit, who had come to the Lynbrook Fire Department's Wounded Warrior Concert and Block Party, with a group of his wounded soldiers this past September. That fundraiser raised over $34,000 to help the wounded. The Lieutenant Colonel Keener introduced the firefighters to his Colonel, Brigade Commander Greta Railsback. After last September's trip to Lynbrook, Lieutenant Colonel Keener told Colonel Railsback of his trip to Lynbrook, and what Lynbrook and other Nassau County firefighters were doing for our wounded. The Colonel passed the information on to the General's command. General Mary Kruger, the Regional Health Command, Atlantic Coast, wanted to meet the firefighters, and joined in the festivities. General Kruger, as well as Colonel Railsback and Lieutenant Colonel Keener, were each presented with American flags in wooden cases, which Eagle Scout candidates from Floral Park built, and asked the firefighters to present to the wounded. During the party, General Kruger took the time to present the Legion of Merit Medal to a soldier in attendance. The soldier is gravely ill and retiring from service. The general got down on one knee to personally present the medal to the soldier. It was a very moving and humbling moment. General Kruger and Command Sergeant Major Rebecca Booker put on Nassau County Firefighters Operation Wounded Warrior baseball caps. The general informed the firefighters that her husband is a former volunteer firefighter from New Jersey. She said she was surprised and thankful by the outpouring of support and thoughtfulness that Nassau firefighters have had for our wounded warriors. A Malverne firefighter, dressed as Santa Claus, met with the children and the families. The soldiers and their families also enjoyed lunch with the firefighters. The exercise bicycles that the firefighters purchased for rehabilitative purposes were presented to the colonel and lieutenant colonel. According to Lieutenant Colonel Keener, the Nassau County Firefighters' visit to Fort Belvoir to bring them Christmas is the only outside agency or group that has come to Fort Belvoir to help these wounded warriors and their families in the 18 months he has been in command of the unit. He expressed his appreciation and thanks to all the firefighters who are helping our wounded warriors. At the same time that these firefighters were at Fort Belvoir, other Nassau County firefighters were doing the same at Bethesda in Maryland, Fort Bragg, and Camp Lejeune in South Carolina. They also brought Christmas to the wounded and their families. People wishing to make a donation to this charity can send it to the address on the screen.